Yo, it's your boy. It's Free Finance Stocks, and today we will be covering AGCO. When I first start investing in a company, I don't even look at like a lot of things. I think about it from a perspective of where's the money going to come from. So it's total addressable market, better known as TAM, TAM, and the industry. And AGCO is a farm and heavy construction machinery business, and a lot of the people that just voted Trump in are farmers, and these people are going to be funded by Trump. He usually keeps his promises, especially to the people of Middle America, the people that got him elected. And this is why I started looking at AGCO a long time ago, even when he just had gotten voted out of the presidency. And AGCO, since then, since Trump has been out, it hasn't been doing too bad. As you can see here on a chart, during COVID, it did pretty good. And then over these past 5 years, it's traded pretty decent. But I think it's something worth looking at right now. So you know how I do it. I first come down here in Yahoo Finance and I start looking at the financials to see what it's like in here. And price to sales is very cheap. I like this right here. I like it to be below two. This is literally like 4 times cheaper than I typically get stock. I come down here, I look at the margins. They don't have the biggest margins, and the company does have some struggles that you need to know about, but you have to do your own research. But I can tell you some things, and I will in a short time. I like that the float's not too large. I like that they have some money, but it's not an astronomical amount of money, but they're not totally indebted. You gotta, you really need to check out this stock. I like the payout ratio. It's not too bad. I like below 50 typically, but I think because of the struggles that they've had recently, this is a reason why this number is so high, but I don't think that it's going to persist. And I'll tell you why in a little while. So we're going to come out of Yahoo Finance. You know how we do. We're going to go straight to the browser and we're going to go straight to the company page. Here you can find everything about the company, what they do, what they're doing, what partnerships they have, all that stuff you can find here in the investor relations tab on the AGCO company investor relations website. You can scroll down, you can see all the stories, some of the numbers. As you can see, their R&D is increasing. A lot of people don't like that, but when you're a farming business and you need to start growing your product lines and you need to develop your product lines to keep up with all the things that are happening with all the climate change initiatives and stuff like that. Companies like this need to do this, but I think their AGCO is going to be through that shortly. I like to go to macro trends, take a quick look at the stock, see how they're doing financially. And first thing we'll look at the revenue. You can see that they're a bit cyclical. They're in a down cycle right now, and these are the times I like to buy. You look at the earnings, you can see over the years it's not perfect, but it's continuing that cycle. Net income, they have some problems here, but that's okay. Earnings per share, you can see that they make money per share. All of basically green candles can easily erase all of these negative ones here. I think AGCO they're in decent shape considering what's been happening. They have a history of buying back shares, and I like that too. Shareholder equity. If you didn't hear me, first of all, this website that I'm looking at right now is Macro Trends, and I'll make links to all the websites that I used in this video so that you know where to go. I like to look at shareholder equity, and you can see over the years it's been cyclical, their shareholder equity, but as of late, they've been pretty decent with these last 2 quarters. Not so good, but it's not a perfect business. That's going to happen. And check on the margins. You can see the gross margin's not all crazy, but this right here, this dip, It looks bad, but to me, it's opportunity. And I'll tell you why I see it as opportunity in a short time. Stay with me. I think AGCO is definitely a stock everybody should be looking at, and they're not, and that's cool. The PE ratios is stable. I don't think this here is accurate. It's definitely not 43 PE or any of that. I think this number right here is more accurate, but you have to, there's way to calculate that yourself. I think it's closer to here. I like to check on their free cash flow, quick representative of it to see how they're doing there. And over the years, you can see going back to 2009, they've had free cash flow every year except for these 2 years right here. Other ratios, I like to check the debt to equity, see how they're doing. So once it comes to their debt and their equity, what happened with AGCO is that they just sold one of their businesses, a part of their businesses that sells like grains and stuff like that, and they raised $700 million from that sale. Typically, you don't like to see businesses selling parts of their business, but I think that they're basically trimming the fat to make sure that they're healthy, to do the research and development, to build the new products, and to be able to service their customers and their debt. Debt to equity is not out of control, in my opinion. I think soon they're going to be swimming in so much money. They're going to pay off this debt and they're going to pay it off at a decent clip. ROE, it's weird. It's weird how this is right now, but they have never been negative, which is good. ROA, pretty much the same. Return on investment, pretty much the same. As you can see, they're making good investments despite management is doing their job. And then other metrics is basically the dividend and the dividend yield. You can see like these huge jumps here. These are times where they did like special dividends. That's another thing I like about AGCO. They're very generous with their shareholders. They help their shareholders and they give their shareholders value. Anyway, we're going to go over to NASDAQ and we're going to search AGCO again. We're going to go straight to dividend so I can illustrate the special dividend for you. You can see special dividend here, 5/17/2024, special dividend 5/18/2023, special dividend 5/19/2022. I like companies that pay these special dividends. If you're building a dividend portfolio, you might want to take a look at AGCO. They might be a good fit for you. Not financial advice though. Nothing I tell you in this video is financial advice. And if you like the advice that I'm giving you, not the advice, but the content that I'm giving you right now, give me a like, follow, subscribe, a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you think. But we're going to go straight to institutional holdings. And as you can see, institutions are buying the stock. You come down here and see who's buying and who's selling. Vanguard sold a little bit, but it's only 1%. Some of these people sold, but look at these people increasing their position in the last 3 months of last year. Just buying, massive amounts of buying. You can go and check the insider activity is where I like to go next. As you can see, insiders are buying as well, so that's a good sign. You can see all in the people that are buying right here. Where I like to go next is earnings. See how the earnings are holding up. Over the years, you can see it's been declining. They've had some near misses and some misses, but like I said, the economy for farmers haven't been too much of an emphasis for the latest presidential administration. So I think it could be attributed to that and some of the business decisions the company made. But I like to come down, look at the yearly forecast, and you can see their forecast to grow for the next, what, 4 years? That's what I like to see. When I'm finished here, I like to go over to the stock analyzer so I can get a quick representative of how the company is doing from another website. Get the financials and you can check all the stuff here. You can see even in tough times, this company is holding up pretty good. Revenue is only down double digits, but Like I said, there's reasons for that. It's a cycle where the presidency just did not appreciate farming as much as they would have, and then the interest rates have been so high. A lot of people can't finance this. AGCO also has its own financing wing. If you research this stock, it's like a stock within a stock, a lot of things that they're doing. But you can look here and you can see all the major categories that you need to take a look at. The income, the balance sheet, the cash flow, the quick ratios, all of that stuff is here. And I think that by looking at it myself, I think that the company is primed for a recovery. You can see cash grow hasn't been good for the past couple of years, and it definitely coincides with a lot of stuff that's been happening politically from where I stand, at least partly. Cash flow, like I said, it's beat up, and that's when you want to buy a stock when it's beat up, when it's trading at its lows. As you can see, the entire time though, the returns have been healthy. The returns have been healthy the entire time the stock has been beat up. The returns on capital, returns on equity, all of that stuff. Anyway, we're going to FinViz so we can check the forecast. And boom, AGCO, you can look at it here, and then you can, let me take this off. You can see its stock has been not performing well, and there's no reason for it to be performing well. It's in a tough spot, but like I said, they're cleaning up their act, and they're getting ready for a possible recovery when the new presidential administration comes in and these farmers start getting their way. You can see the earnings are down. A lot of the good metrics, the sales are down, but they're forecast to be almost positive the next 5 years. But this right here, this forecast, if this upsets, if they outperform this right here, the stock has a chance to really, really do big things. And they pay me a dividend while I hold. Full disclosure, I do own a position in AGCO, and I have for like the past 2 years, and I will continue to hold. And it's been good to me. It hasn't been the best performance once it comes to upside, but I averaged into my position, so I'm in a stable place right now. I feel like I'm trading at the lows, the lowest it could possibly get right now. I could be wrong, it could be right, but even if I was wrong, I plan to buy more because I like the stock so much. I like the dividend value, and it's in my dividend portfolio. Those special dividends help me out a lot once it comes to averaging up my position and the value in it. I don't plan to sell this stock anytime soon. I think the stock is a good one to hold. But if you like the content in this video, please consider like, comment, subscribe, share my content. I reported about this stock. I first started posting about it like a couple days ago. I posted a short. I'm going to link it to this video and you can check that out. But I spoke about it, and today, well, yesterday, it traded up almost 7%. So it looks like people are looking at it because this is a bear market right now. The market hasn't been doing so well the past like month. And AGCO literally went up 7%. There was no news or anything, just the stock trading up. And I'm happy for it, but that's only a short term thing that's happening right now. And I don't look at stuff like that. I take it with a grain of salt. Sure, I'm happy it went up 7%. Would I like it to go up more? Yes. But I'm patient. And that's the reason why I've been here for 2 years. And I hope you're going to join me on my investing journey and we can do this together. If you find a stock that you like and you want me to look at, you think it's interesting, you want me to look at it for you, just let me know. Post it in the comments and I'll get that video out as soon as possible. So until then, until next video, peace.